kids, will kind of drain you and lose yourself. It's good to go to school. So like having those two things happen, I was like, well, I guess it's better I just focus on myself.
So you accepted, you were okay not having children? Once all that happened?
Well, when I started coming back to the Lord and thinking that was, because all my friends from church or anyone else would tell me like that I should have kids, and so I started feeling like maybe I am, and I'm being selfish because I'm scared of like what it would do to, like, if I would die in labor or something like that. So I was and then so I started thinking about it even recently now, but then I'm like, well, just don't think about it. I never feel sad. I have like a lot of friends who have children, or I have little cousins, and
You're not going to have children? No, man. Good morning. Welcome to Fellowship. Amazing. We have a woman here that don't have any children. I'm like, what good are you? To cook and clean? Nice. No, I'm saying, you're still good. You're not good.
yeah, I'm barren.
Right on. Good morning. Welcome to Fellowship. I'm Jesse Peterson. Thank you all for being with me. You can get involved by going to our YouTube chat line, and Hank will pass on your question or comment. Happy Mother's Day to all the ladies out there, and happy Mother's Day, ladies. And good morning, everybody. Morning. It's Mother's Day. Isn't that amazing?
Yes, amazing.
Y'all don't seem too happy about it.
Why should we do Mother's Day?
You should be celebrating Mama's Day.
Right. Why?
Because Mama love is so special. It's the kind of love that stays with you even after you go to the grave.
Right, that's right.
It never go away. No, I'm saying. Anyway, happy Mother's Day, ladies. Any questions? Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. So, last week when we were talking about betrayal,
Yes.
I had a question. So, like, would betrayal be similar to like replacing, like making like an exchange, like a replacing of, like a betrayal of, like, because I was like thinking about what it really means, like in different levels of betrayal, and I don't know if maybe I was just getting up in my mind in the thoughts, but just,
I don't quite understand the question, but you're married, right?
Correct.
Let's say that you went to your girlfriend and you talked to her about your husband. That's betrayal.
Okay.
You ever done that?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. That's betrayal.
Okay.
And did you tell your husband, well, I just finished talking about you to my friend?
Sadly, I sprinkle that in sometimes, and I think I like applaud myself for being like true, like forthright. But then I just realized that it's just me being another layer of me being.
So you would tell your husband that, oh, I just finished talking about you, telling all your little business to my friend.
Sometimes, and then there's
You
times
would
I
tell
don't.
him that?
Yeah, and that's when I like.
What would he say when you tell him that?
He doesn't say anything. And then now that I'm realizing that, I'm like, wow, like it's just like you're whittling away. Not that I have that power, but I realize like all those little things you don't realize are like, they're just like lashings, like Easter just passed.
So you're a betrayer. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, you choked on it. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Nice. Anything else about it?
That just summed it up.
I'm sorry?
That summed it up.
You did. Will you stop doing that?
I don't know how to answer that.
You don't know if you would stop being a betrayer?
Well, because like I don't know, like I feel like when I'm saying that, right, like with words, It's like those promises, and I'm starting to realize, like, man, any promise that isn't of God, because God has a promise, but I make all these promises.
What God promised?
Well, eternal life,
But what that have to do with you?
nothing.
But what do you mean you want? I don't understand. Because of time,
Yeah.
what is it you're trying to say? Will you? You don't know if you'll stop or not.
No, I know. Yes,
So I asked, will you stop betraying
Yes.
your husband?
yes.
Oh, okay. Nice. Amazing. So last week we talked about betrayal, and it was so interesting. And so I said that there was a part 2 to this that I wanted to talk about. And so if you don't have anything, I want to pick up on part 2. In that, I have another question concerning that. And the question is, have you ever told anyone your personal business? Anybody ever done that? You told your personal business. Everybody. Even the little kid. What? You don't even have personal business. How old are you, 12? What? How old are you today?
I'm 11 right now.
And you have personal business. And you've told other people your personal.
What extent do you what do you mean? Like,
Good question. I'll get to that. I don't want to hear your personal business right now.
yeah, I won't say any of it,
All right.
of course.
All right, I'll get back to you. That's amazing.
Okay.
Right on. Young lady, you want to come up and sit with us? Yeah. You don't want to sit back there. That's for the latecomers. Nice, huh? You have told your personal business to someone. And, let's get the mic.
Yes.
And why did you do it?
I think it felt better when I told people and they made me feel better about the situation by lying to me and not being honest about what I did wrong or what I should do.
Right. And how did you feel when they told others? Or they judged you for it?
I think at a young age I wasn't surprised. I knew that if I said something, it would be told because everybody doesn't keep a secret or everybody talks about everybody's business.
Right.
And I was just doing it to feel better, not to keep it a secret.
So you just wanted to feel better by telling someone?
Yeah.
And you didn't care that they told others?
No.
How about as an adult? Have you told others your personal business?
Yes.
And you have, and why?
To feel better or because I owe
Same
them,
thing?
or like with my parents, I'll tell them my personal business because I feel like I owe them that.
Owe them what?
The truth or what's going on in my life.
And how did you feel when they would tell others? Because
Betrayed.
They would call up Aunt
Yeah.
Susan. Ooh, Lord, Lizzie just told me she a slut. And she didn't want to be, but she is. How would you feel when she told your family members or others?
I think I understand. I think I had a moment in my family where something bad happened to me as a young girl. And at 18 years old, I told my parents, and they went to everybody in my family, and they told everybody about the situation, even though that's not the reason I brought the situation up.
Right.
And I think in that moment, I wasn't upset. I felt violated, like everybody knew personal things about me, but I just couldn't be upset about something like that happened so long ago.
And would you ever tell people your personal business now?
No, that taught me not to.
Oh, okay. And what do you do with your personal business when it happens now?
I let the thoughts about what's happening go, and I try to just move on and be present.
Oh, you're working on yourself now.
Yes,
Right
I
on.
try to.
Okay. Right here. Have you ever told, since an adult, have you ever told anyone your personal business?
I don't remember if I have.
You tell,
Maybe, but I don't think so.
do you tell people your personal business?
No.
You've never told anyone?
I would never say never, but I don't remember if I have.
And why don't you tell people your personal stuff? Like, oh, I went and
Because it doesn't
I
matter.
smacked Mary Jane. Oh, I stole the watermelon.
It doesn't matter to them. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. It just doesn't matter.
As an adult, it doesn't matter?
Nope.
And why your business don't matter?
Doesn't matter to anybody else but me. It may
Really?
not matter to me.
Were you raised that way?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Right on. Amazing. Have you ever told anyone your personal business?
Yes, I have.
As an adult, you have told.
Yes, as an
And
adult.
why did you tell them?
Because I was miserable and something in me told me to let it all out. Pretty much trying to spread my hell if I think of it now.
And so, and they did tell others
Yes.
what you told them about
Yes.
you? And how did you feel about that?
I didn't care.
You didn't care that others knew your personal business?
Yeah, not so much.
So why didn't you just tell the world?
I was an open book when I was younger, you know? Because then it was only to what I thought were my close friends, you know what I mean? So it was always among the circle. So, like, I trusted everyone at the time, so.
And so you didn't care if someone told your personal business?
Not so much, no.
And why would you tell them that at the time before you start working on yourself? Why would you tell them that? Your personal stuff?
I think I was just miserable and I needed to let it out. Something in me was telling me to let it out. you
Oh,
know?
I see.
Yeah, I think that's
Did your parents raise you not to tell your business to anyone?
I was never taught that, no.
You were never taught that by your father or mother?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
You never heard that growing up?
No.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Would you tell your personal business out there now?
No, I would not.
And why not?
Because that's something I should keep to myself. you know,
Oh, okay.
You know,
Right on.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, I've told a lot of my business.
And as an adult, right?
Yeah, mostly as
why?
an adult. I really don't know. Now that we're talking about it right now, I can't. I did kind of try to stop when I started listening to your message more, but I've been way too open with people, strangers, and I think during my childhood I was a little more bottled up about things, always trying to kind of not present an image of weakness at all. Then I tried to like overcome that and overcompensate for that by spreading, just being an open book and being
As an adult.
as an adult and being way too transparent and honest about things.
And would you, how would you feel when they tell others?
I don't know. I mean, a couple times it's been definitely used against me.
And how people ever ask you about your personal business?
Not really. I've kind of offered it up.
Oh, you're so busy telling them anyway. They didn't
Yeah.
even ask.
Yeah.
How you feel about that?
I feel like it's I don't know, not good. I don't feel good about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I
And
don't-
why not?
I don't know. This is the first time I'm really thinking about it, and I'm like, yeah, it's just like, why would I do that? I don't know. Why would I tell everybody my deepest secrets or just the dirt that's happened in my life and stuff?
Right.
It's just,
Did your parents tell you as a kid not to ever tell anyone your personal business? If they asked, just tell them none of their business.
My parents did not teach me much, and I think that's a good thing, honestly.
So they never told you anything like that?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Did your, right here, did your parents teach you not to tell anyone your personal business?
Yeah.
Do people ask your personal business now?
I've never had that happen either.
Oh, okay.
They
I
really
mean,
don't pry.
Did your parents, did I ask you this already? Did your
No.
parents tell you as a kid, do not tell anyone your personal business?
No.
And they did not tell you that?
No, they didn't.
Really? I wonder why. I mean, I kind of know why now. But they didn't tell you that.
No.
Do people ask your personal business now? Let's say you stole the grapefruit and the
Yeah.
word got out. You told one person and that person told someone else. Do your friends or anyone ask you your personal business now as an adult? I mean, now in your life.
No.
Okay. They don't ask.
No, I don't think I surround myself with people who would ask those questions.
Right on. Amazing. Right here. Well, we already know. You ain't got to be asked. No, I'm playing. Have you ever, as an adult, have you ever told anyone your personal business?
Yes.
And why did you tell them?
I don't know. I guess that's always been my cue of letting them know, like, we're cool. Because I'm very selective on who I let know what's going on with me personally. So I guess that was my way of saying, oh, like, I'm offering my friendship in a way because I'm letting you know things others don't know about me.
And how did you feel when they told others about your business, and then others will come back and ask you about it?
I never got upset. I was never upset about it. I was just like, oh, okay. I can't trust them. Like, that's just what it was.
Oh, okay. And do people ask you about your personal business now?
They do.
And do you tell them?
No,
You do not tell them?
I don't.
How do you deal with it when they ask?
It varies. Usually I'm sarcastic with it, or like I make jokes about it. Like, if you want to know, give me $50 or something like that. I'm just it just depends.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, okay. Amazing. Right behind you. Have you, as an adult, and before you start working on yourself, did you tell anyone your personal stuff?
No,
You never told anyone?
no.
And why not?
Because growing up, when I would say something to my mom would tell everybody what I said. So I learned that I didn't ever want to say anything from her actions, based off of her actions. So,
And so what would you do with your personal business? When you do stupid stuff or have done stupid stuff as an adult, how would you deal with that?
I keep it to myself.
Oh, okay.
I have fun with it myself, I guess. I don't know.
Has anyone ever asked you as an adult, before you start working on yourself, your personal stuff?
Yeah.
And how did you deal with it?
I wouldn't say anything. I feel like people can hold on to that and use it against you. And that's the one thing I never wanted, for someone to try to use it against me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Zach, have you ever told anyone your personal business?
Just these two. That's it. Nobody, like, any
Your father,
friends.
mother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really tell my friends anything.
I'm sorry?
I don't really tell my friends anything.
And why not?
I just find it easy to just bury it
Yeah.
and just forget about it. Like, just dig a deep hole for it and then just leave it alone.
Have anyone ever asked you personal stuff?
Yeah.
And how did you deal with it?
I don't really say anything.
You don't?
No.
You just look at them?
I just stay quiet. That's it.
Why not just say none of your business?
The same thing when my mom said, it could be used against me.
Oh, okay. To tell them not your business?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Amazing. That's good, man. How about you? Have you ever told anyone your personal business before you start working on yourself as an adult?
Yes.
And you did. And why did you do it?
Looking back, I did it because I felt good feeling sorry for myself, and it felt good bringing people into that pity.
But before you start to understand that, waking up, why did you do it at the time? Because you weren't aware that you were doing it for
Right.
the thrill at the time.
I guess I thought it would help me make more friends by letting them in my inner circle.
Really?
Yeah.
So you thought, as an adult,
Yep.
telling other people your personal business would cause you to make friends?
I guess it would be like, I have to smoke on it, because looking back, I only see it my perspective now, but at the time, it's hard to remember what it was like.
Oh, okay.
But I really think I did it for the thrill. It felt good to have people feel pity for me.
And when they would tell others, because people do tell everybody,
Right.
and others would ask you about it, how did you deal with that?
That's what I learned. I should keep my mouth shut, because
Okay.
I thought I could trust these people. And then when they betrayed me, then I learned you can trust no one.
But the people that would ask you about it, what would you say to them? They say, oh, I heard you stole 12 dozen eggs. and how would you
That's a lot of
respond
eggs.
to them when they come and say, I heard that about you? How would you respond to that?
I would deny it if I remember. I would deny it. I would say I don't know what you're talking about. That
So the one that
person's
came back and
twisted.
say, I heard this about you, you would just deny it?
I would deny it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And why not just tell them to stay out of it? None of your business.
Because of fear.
Of
Like
what?
I felt fear to confront others.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Interesting. And at the time, did you know you have fear? You can speak up because of the fear?
No, I didn't know I had that. This is just me waking up, looking back, and analyzing my actions.
That's amazing, huh?
Mess.
What a mess. Okay. Do people ask you personal things now?
No, not anymore.
They don't ask anymore?
No.
Okay. And why not?
I carry myself where it's nobody's business. I just go about my day, do my work, and go home.
Nice.
Yeah.
How about you or me? Have you ever told anyone your personal business as an adult?
Yes,
And why?
because I
Oh,
thought,
hold on 1 minute. Nick, come to the mic for him. But, yeah. Yeah. Did your parents, as a kid, tell you don't tell anybody your personal business?
No,
Like,
they
don't
didn't-
be telling people your business. It's not their business.
They told me neither way.
They didn't
I
tell
wasn't
you at
told
all.
anything.
Really?
Right. If anything, I remember seeing my dad tell other people his business everywhere we went. So I learned to just, that's kind of what he did.
Oh, you saw what he did, so you
He
thought
would
it was,
open up about everything.
and you thought it was okay to do it
Yeah.
because he did it?
Yep.
Oh, okay. What a mess, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Why did you tell people, before you woke up and all that, why did you tell people your personal business?
because I thought that I could learn how to deal better by talking about it.
Really? So at the time and before you woke up, you thought, I'm telling this person my personal business so I can deal with it better?
Yeah, so maybe they have some advice or maybe they have
Oh,
some
okay.
insight that might help me.
And did they have advice? Good advice?
No,
Did they have advice, period?
not really.
No, huh? And when they would go tell others and come back and ask you, how would you deal with that when the person asks you about it?
When I don't understand
When they
the
say, I
question.
heard from JoJo you stole a rotten apple.
Yeah.
And is that true? How would you deal with it?
Well, I just was straight up about what the conversation was, but the interesting thing was that the conversation wasn't even what I said. So
Yeah.
it was basically just used against me. So not only did it not help, but I mean, I guess it helped to recognize that you can't trust somebody, but it didn't help the situation. It made it worse.
But what would you say before you start waking up? What did you say? You tell somebody the people your problems,
Right.
issues, and they go and tell somebody else, and then there's somebody else come back and ask you about it. Before you start waking up, how did you deal with that?
I just tried to be honest about what the actual conversation was.
Even before you start waking up?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Why would you be honest with the person that come back and ask you about it?
Because I figured that that's the best way to clear the air and clear the BS.
At the time?
Yeah.
Don't say BS in the church.
Okay.
Have some respect for the Lord.
Sorry, Lord.
Oh, man. Oh, okay. Did your parents teach you as a kid not to tell anyone?
No,
Your
they
business?
taught us the opposite.
Meaning what?
Like we would regularly have these big family meetings where they would insist that everybody tells everybody exactly what they feel, what happened. It
Really?
was torturous. Yeah.
As a kid?
It would last hours too. They would tag team in. Like one would run this terrible meeting, and then they'd get tired, and then they'd tag the other one in, and then the other
So
one.
as a
continued.
kid,
Yeah, it was torture.
your parents would have meetings with your brothers and sisters?
Yeah, they'd sit us all down on this big couch in the family room. I swear.
I never heard
I never
anything.
realized how weird that was until I grew up, and I mentioned that to somebody else, and basically nobody else's family does that, I guess.
I've never heard that with a family. I hear adult meetings and things.
I thought it was healthy. Yeah, it sounds like an AA meeting or something. I thought it was healthy because everyone's like being honest and sharing, blah blah blah. But in retrospect, I not only did I don't think I learned, I think it actually made me deal with the world worse.
Yeah,
Because I just
absolutely.
expected that I could be honest with people and expect them to be authentic with me.
Amazing. And interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Behind you. As an adult, and before you start working on yourself, wow, because of time,
Yeah.
have you ever told anyone your personal stuff?
Yes.
And why did you tell them?
Well, I felt it was a type of confession or a way to cleanse myself from something I wasn't happy with about myself. So it's kind of a way of shining a light on it.
Right. And why did you think that?
I think at some point that's what I was told.
Oh, you were told that?
Yeah.
By whom?
I don't know. Maybe the church, maybe the Bible. Maybe.
Oh, okay. I don't think the Bible tells you that.
Confess your sins to one another? Isn't that a Bible verse?
Yeah, but I think I read that, but it doesn't mean that.
Okay.
Yeah. And so when you would tell people your personal stuff, and then they would go and tell someone else, and then if somebody else come back and ask you about it, how did you deal with that?
Well, the people I talk to and kind of tell everything to, and maybe I'm not completely awake yet. This is my first time here, so.
This your first time here?
Yeah.
Well, what's your first name?
Jason.
Jason?
Yeah.
Welcome, Jason.
Thank you.
Every time I hear the name Jason, I think about the scary movie.
Yeah.
But welcome.
Thanks.
And so, so when people come back and ask you about what they heard about you, what would you say to them?
As an adult, I haven't had that happen.
Oh, okay.
There's two people that I kind of tell everything to, or about, two people that I trust in my life that I
Right now?
Yeah.
And you trust them because they would not share it with anyone?
Partly, yes.
Why do you trust them?
People I've known for a long time. I know their lives. I know how they live their lives, and by the example that they set.
Oh. And so they have never told any of your business as far as you know?
Not to my knowledge, yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Did your parents teach you as a kid not to tell anyone your business growing up?
No.
Did they ever mention that to you at all?
No.
Really? What do you think about that they never said that to you?
I don't have a problem with it. They shared a lot of their stuff with me, and I don't know. I haven't seen a problem with it or experienced a problem with it as an adult.
Oh, okay. Amazing.
Yeah.
So I have another part to this. And then I'll come back. I'm not going to be able to get to everybody about that particular question. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Young lady, you want to come sit with us? That's for the late people seat. I know you were late, but the later ones. Come up here. Everybody look at her while she's coming. All eyes are on you. How you feel about that? So here's part 3 to this question. And all these questions is just to encourage you to really get to know yourself so you can see what's going on with you. Because what I found is that most people do not. Even some of you, I tell you, keep your eyes on you, watch you, and you still won't do it. I'm like, how can you be in a meeting and you're told to do it and you don't do it? Let's see. I was thinking about this. Okay. This is interesting. Frankie, how many times have you been stabbed today?
Just once.
Once today?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I did it myself.
You did it to yourself?
Yes.
Did you say you did it? You stabbed yourself?
Yes.
How did you stab yourself?
My thoughts, going into things that happened yesterday, and I should have done that. And
You did that to yourself?
I did.
Oh, okay. The young lady right here. How many times this morning? Your assignment this week, James, write it down so I don't forget. Your assignment this week is to write down every time you're stabbed for a week. You ever get a book. How many times are you stabbed for a week? A week is a long time. Maybe I should do the week. You want the week? Oh, okay. For a whole week, I want you to write down every time you're stabbed. How many times this morning have you been stabbed? Speaking to the mic for me.
Probably like, I guess like once or maybe twice.
And tell me about it.
Well, I was having a bit of a nightmare. So when I woke up, I was like relieved that it was just a dream. I know it's not me. But it still stung for a moment when I thought, I was like, this was like a roller coaster. And I just wanted to get off even in my dream. I was like, I want to get off of this roller coaster. This isn't real. And so I thought about it. And then I kind of let it go. Kind of made me laugh in a way because I was like, wow, my imagination was really on a good one last night.
And so how many times this morning? Just once?
I could only recall once, but there's probably like a couple more.
Okay, how about you? How many times you been stabbed this morning?
0 times. I'm having a really good day, so I haven't had any bad thoughts so far.
So from the moment you woke up until now, you're not been stabbed at all?
Right.
Amazing.
Yeah. I know, lucky.
That's right on.
I know.
In the white hat, how many times have you been stabbed this morning?
Probably once. I would say once.
Just one time?
Yeah, I was like, I was driving and part of the car wasn't working. Like my panel for music wasn't working. And I'm always listening to music or something when I'm driving. And the thoughts are like, you're gonna have to get a new car now. You're gonna have to go get service on the car. Yeah. You don't got money for that. You're gonna have to do this. And I'm just like, I guess we're listening in silence. Yeah. And I just drove in silence, and it was nice. Like, and I haven't done that in I don't know how long. So I just drove where I needed to go with no music, and then it just went away. But it was trying to make me really think about, it's never gonna work. And then it started working when I got where I needed to go. You know, so.
Amazing. So when you first opened your eye, you were not stabbed?
No.
As long as you got in your car.
Mm-hmm.
And why didn't it happen before that?
I don't know. I guess I don't know, just going about my day as normal, you know, and I got up, like this morning, I got up, did the silent prayer, and that's normally what I do every morning.
Right on.
And I'm just doing what I do, you know, and as soon as I got in the car, that's when it's like something breaks down and I have to be somewhere, right? So I was like, all right, well, let's just keep moving. But that's when multiple thoughts started coming to make me believe something that's not even, you know, that's trying to say, oh, this is happening to you. Right. But nothing's happening, you know, so I just kept on going. Thoughts went away. Everything started working again. But I believe if the days I haven't gotten up without doing a silent prayer, that's when I'm very reactive about what's happening around me. So I think that's probably why. Okay. And I did it before I went to sleep at night. I woke up fine this morning, did it again this morning, and I was clear, you know.
Right on. Amazing. Yes, sir. Thank you.
I've been stabbed at least 10 times since this meeting started.
This week.
Yes.
How about this morning?
That's what I'm saying. This morning, yeah.
Oh, you've been stabbed at least 10 times
since this
morning?
meeting started.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And tell me about it.
Well, just little things like, well, I first woke up feeling guilty that I didn't get my mom anything.
Can you put that fan? I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said I first woke up feeling guilty that I didn't get my mom anything.
Yeah.
For Mother's Day.
That's a stab.
Exactly. And then I was like, oh, I don't want to do the damn silent prayer.
Don't curse in church, but that's a stab.
Yeah, yeah. And then I
How
did
come young people think curses is normal?
It just doesn't feel like church.
Oh, that's why you curse?
Yeah.
Okay, we got to start singing a hymn. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, and okay, so you felt guilty for not getting your mother a present, and then?
Didn't want to do this, you know, the silent prayer. Felt resistance there.
That's a stab.
Yep, and then did it. And then during the silent prayer was like, I want to stop this. I want to get coffee now.
That's a stab.
And then, you know, then I was in this meeting thinking about something I really wanted. Don't want to talk about that, but yeah, and it was going off in my head there, some desire. And then I was like thinking to myself, dang, I don't want to be in these meetings anymore.
Yeah. That's a
This is all the
stab.
steps. Yeah.
That's a stab.
I know. So at least
Saying like, why are you here?
Exactly.
Yeah.
At least a dozen times.
So what is it like for you being aware of all these stabs? Because at one time you were not aware
Right.
that you were being stabbed, right?
Yeah.
And why are you, what is it like being aware of that now? And that's what's happening.
It's great. It's great. I know that that's the process of watching that and not identifying with it.
Right on.
So yeah, there's something really nice about it.
Nice.
Yeah.
What is a stab? When I mention stab, what is that?
I think when you cut your mind or someone else working against you, but there is no one in your mind.
Right.
It's you and the other spirit that is trying to tag in your mind. Stabbing from someone else is the other spirits not liking what's inside you, or there's some sort of fight, some sort of tension going on.
Have you, is it possible, Nick, put a little bit over this way on me. Is it possible to be stabbed by someone else?
If you are where I was before, just living, listening all the thoughts, living like just going by what everyone says, listening to the thoughts, not doing the deeper work, absolutely possible being stabbed by someone
And
else.
how many times have you been stabbed this morning? Since you open your eyes. Nice.
This morning was a special one. I got stabbed many times.
And were you aware you were being stabbed?
I did catch them. Were they there after that too? Yes. I was aware of them. I barely was able to bring myself back to the center. Sometimes it doesn't work.
Amazing. Okay, thank you. In the black hat, how many times have you been stabbed this morning?
If I think about it, it started even in the middle of the night. I woke up in the middle of the night, go to the restroom, and I hit my foot on one of the boxes when I went out in the hallway. And we're doing a lot of moving. And so when I hit my foot on the box, my thought was like, well, you ain't fill that box up, and you guys got 2 weeks to move. What are you doing? And so it just reminded me of all, because I've been really busy at work lately. And so I just was reminded of what I wasn't doing. So it started then.
And how about this morning when you woke up?
And then when I got up, because I got up a little later than I normally do. And so it was like, oh, you're gonna be late for church. Jesse gonna call you a beta. You're gonna be sitting in the back.
And so were you aware at the time you're being stabbed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm always aware. I'm becoming more aware now because usually in the morning I do the silent prayer. That's like one of the first things I do. So it's made me more aware of the stabbings.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. The young lady next to you.
The young lady next to me.
How many times this morning have you been stabbed already?
I don't think any.
How many?
None.
None this morning?
No.
So
Not that come to mind right
okay.
now, no.
So you open your eyes this morning, nothing happened, and all morning nothing happened.
I mean, I noticed that when I woke up, I felt like I've been hit by a bus because I did a couple of jobs back to back, and I was
Repeat
physically.
that. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I noticed that when I woke up this morning, I felt like I've been hit by a bus, like my body hurt.
Oh.
We did a couple of really long jobs back to back.
But no stabs.
But no stabs,
Oh,
no. And then I
okay.
was busy and got up and then sorting out the kids, and then we came to church, and I was just
Okay.
trying to, be in the present.
Before you start working on yourself, were you aware of the stabs?
Not at all. I thought they were me.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right
Now I'm
on.
becoming way more aware. And
Right
I
on.
just sit in it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Amazing. Right here. Nick, I'll get to you. Nick, I'm going to Nick now while I'm talking here. How many times have you been stabbed this morning?
Since I woke up, It's crazy because I didn't even know. I think I got to, when did I get to? It was still pretty early, and I was serving myself some food. And I was like, I was a little I don't know, just some weird disappointment or whatever. I'm supposed to be eating a certain way, blah, blah, blah. And it reminded me of, I was thinking like that since I woke up. I'm like, what? I've been thinking this since I woke up, and I'm only realizing that now.
Yeah.
But that was just one thing. I mean, that's kind of constant. I see that a lot.
Oh,
constantly.
You started to see you being stabbed during the day and all that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you told me, what did you tell me the other day? You're like, you wouldn't even know because you're always on your computer. so I got off my computer, and I was like, wow, I'm getting stabbed all day.
You got off your computer?
I did.
Yeah. And what was it like not being on for a while?
I was bleeding. I was getting stabbed.
Yeah.
I was like, did an hour go by yet? And only like 40 minutes had gone by.
That's amazing. Huh?
Yeah.
Computer nowadays is preventing young people from noticing any stabs. They're just one with them, they're living them, they're miserable, and they're afraid to get off that computer for a second. Because the moment they put it down, it's like putting the drug down. And obviously you're not high anymore, now reality is setting in. That's horrible. What's this world coming to? Yes, sir.
For me, it happens while I'm on the computer. The
You
stabbing.
get stabbed? Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Like what, for example, if you could think of one?
Just the thoughts. I have like consciously I have low self-esteem, and then it starts beating me up about stupid stuff from the past while I'm working, and I am aware of it, but.
You have low self-esteem?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And while you're on the computer, it reminds you of that?
Yes.
Right on.
Yeah.
And what do you do with it when you see it?
Just watch it the best I can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Amazing. I gotta move a little fast. What do you do? Do you see the evil spirits in you? You're like, what the?
No, not really. Not that I know.
You don't see the evil spirits in you?
No,
Do you have any in you?
I don't think so.
You don't think you have any evil spirits in you?
No.
I'm sorry?
No.
Okay. Is this your first time here?
Yes.
What's your first name?
David.
Welcome, David. And so you have no evil spirits?
Not that I'm aware of. No.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Nice. Where you from?
I'm actually from Germany.
Oh, you're from Germany? Did you bring Hitler with you?
I left him over there.
Well, welcome to LA.
Thanks.
Right next to you. Do you see evil spirits in you?
How do you define evil spirits?
Evil spirit.
Well, you just repeated the words. I wanted a definition.
Do you have evil spirits in you?
You just repeated the question. I would like to have a definition.
You don't know what evil means?
Yes, but please define exactly how you mean the question.
And tell me what you think evil, and then I will respond to the question eventually, but not right now, because I want to talk to others.
Understand.
What does evil mean to you?
Malicious.
Malicious?
Maybe you mean malicious intents.
Malicious intent? Do you have malicious intent?
Not that no.
You don't?
No.
You don't?
I set a set of values for me, which I consider are good values, and I go after them. Therefore, I cannot have malicious intents if I always work according to my values.
And what's your first name?
Martha.
Martha? Well, Martha, I like that name. And you're from where?
Also from Germany.
Welcome.
Thank you.
What are your values that you set up for yourself?
Loyalty at the very top.
Loyalty?
Yes.
To whom?
To my goals that I have in life, to my life goals, to very specific people that I choose very carefully, and yeah.
And do they work?
They do work, those values. Or do you mean the people if they work for me?
Do they work? Do your values that you've set up, do they work for you?
They work excellently for me, yes.
And so how do you feel when they're not working on others?
If others don't follow those values,
Right. They don't follow your values. How do you feel about that?
everyone can do whatever they want, but I don't have to do with them then.
And so how do you feel when they don't follow your values?
If they don't follow my values,
Right.
I can cut them out of my life if I don't like it. Otherwise, I will try to not have to do with those people.
And so you cut them out of your life if they don't live up to your values?
If they are not willing to talk about it and see it and change.
Right.
I think it's very important to have around you the people that are living also your values. There are not so many different values to choose from, so it is possible to find those people and surround yourself with the people that share the same values.
Right. And so, but do you cut the people out of your life that don't live up to your values?
Yes.
You cut them out?
Yeah.
And why?
Because it's very important for me to stay pure. I have life goals that I'm going after, and it's
you are pure?
necessary for me to stay pure in my values, yes.
Are you a pure person?
Yes.
Why are you laughing?
I like the questions. He's having fun with her.
So what's pure about you?
Well, as I said, I have my values, and as long as I follow them, I'm pure and I have not malicious intents.
And what's your goal? You have a bunch of goals?
Yeah.
And what are your goals?
Like, you want to have the short version or my whole life business plan?
Short
laid
version.
out? I think that would also exceed the...
I'm sorry?
I think that would also exceed the question now, but...
You said what now?
I said it will exceed your question time now.
Oh, give me the short version of your goals.
I want to make life better for a lot of people and for me, and
Oh, you do?
yes,
You want to make life better for a lot of people and for you.
yes.
Right. And how can you do that when you have not been able to make it even better for you?
I was able to do it better for me.
You make life better for you?
Yeah.
You make life better for you?
Yes.
Life is better. And how did you do that?
By
How is life better for you?
how I made my life better.
No, how is it better for you?
Life is better for me because
How?
well, how life is for you is basically on how you perceive things that come to you.
So
To make
how-
a simple example, if you have a car accident, you can cry in the hospital, or you can go to a lawyer, get a few millions, and say, "Yeah, nice," you know. It's a very simple example.
And so how is life better? Give me one example of how you have made your life better.
I have changed my views on things.
Your what? Your views?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And so life is better now?
Yeah. Basically, what are you doing for other people?
Oh, okay.
You're making other people's life better.
I am?
Well, I guess so. I mean, you have people
No, I'm
listening
not.
to you there. I don't think they're going to be here. Come
It-
here.
it ain't working.
Jesse, please make my life worse.
It is not working. Look around you. Okay, so you don't have any evil spirits in you.
Yeah,
You don't.
I don't.
You don't.
I don't.
Oh, okay. Amazing.
Well, thank you. Do you have
Are you
evil
guys
spirits
friends
inside?
or married?
No, she's actually my sister.
Oh, that's your sister.
Yeah.
Does she have evil spirits in her?
I think that's pretty much subjective. Somebody might say, you're evil. Somebody else might say, you're not evil. So I think it's pretty much subjective. For me, not, but,
But so
you know,
does she have evil spirits in her?
no,
She doesn't have any.
no,
Do you have any?
no.
Really? You have none either.
I don't have any, no.
Really?
Yes.
Amazing.
You think I have some?
I don't know. I'm just asking the question. I'm just asking. Okay, remember you both said no. I'll
Sorry?
come back to you in a minute.
All right.
Okay. Right here. Do you have evil spirits in you?
I've never had that view actually. It just feels like it's yourself and you're having your own thoughts, which are kind of troubling or whatever. That's always been my view.
And so, do you have evil spirits in you?
No, I would say no. I do not have evil spirits in me.
You
No.
do not have evil spirits?
No, I do not.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'd say.
Amazing. You
Oh, yeah.
don't have right on. You're not the only one. With the red hat, do you have? And then I come to you, Raymond. Do you have evil spirits in you?
I would like to say no, but I think I might.
What do you think you might? Yes or no?
I think yes, I do. Because
And why do you say yes?
I've done things that I guess under normal circumstances I wouldn't have done. Like once I do, like a bad deed. Well, not anymore, but in the past, like I would do.
But why do you say you have evil spirits in you now?
Because I still have some thoughts. You just don't act on them. You know.
So do you? So you do have evil
I think
spirits?
so. Yeah.
But you don't act on your evil spirits?
Yeah, I don't let them out.
Are you able to give me an example?
Yeah, like the other day, some homeless dude, he was like just sitting on the street. I'm like, man, what if I just run him over? But I didn't.
Okay.
Because, you know, I think, no, dude. Like, I just think it's very, you just don't act on the impulses. Like, I think that's what it is. Because I think we all have bad thoughts.
Okay. Do you have evil spirits in you?
Yes.
And why do you say yes? Give me-
Because I have thoughts, and the thoughts are evil spirits.
Thoughts are evil.
Yeah, thoughts
Oh, okay. Amazing. Anything else or just thoughts?
Just thoughts.
Oh, okay. Amazing. Yes, sir. Right here.
Yes, a lot of evil spirits.
And how do you know?
Because
Give me
I
an
would,
example.
I would not give myself fear. I would not give myself anger. That's not me. Those are spirits.
Okay. Amazing. How about you?
Maybe, yes.
Maybe?
Maybe,
or
yes. I think yes, a couple, a few.
And, and give me an example.
I think sometimes I do things that I don't want to do, or I judge myself or judge others. Yesterday, something happened, and I felt like I should be crying, but I didn't have much emotion on it. But then I just gave in, and I just started crying. And then this morning, I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, oh, it's just not that big of a deal. But yeah, I do think I do have evil spirits, I
Okay.
guess. Mhm.
Nice. How about you, the young man right here?
Yes.
And why do you say yes?
Because they're always trying to tell me stuff. But it's different now because like I see them. So it's kind of like the North and South Korean border. As long as I'm on the south side and watching them, they don't cross. But then if I keep my eyes off them, they come through sometimes.
You said the North and the South Korean border?
Yeah, you know how there's like a
Oh.
border, and then they're separated from me now.
Amazing.
But as long as I watch them, they don't, you know. But sometimes they'll get through once in a while if I don't
Okay.
pay attention. But they're definitely there though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, because of time, I got to move a little bit faster. Hake, go to Hake for a minute. Let me know who you get there. Do you have evil spirits in you?
Yes.
Nick, right here.
Yes, I do.
And why do you say yes?
Because of the thoughts. There's always a thought that comes with everything that's happening in my life. And
Oh,
I've
okay.
learned to not go with it, but I think it's still evil that those thoughts are overpowering my life still.
All right. Amazing. How about you?
Yes,
You do have evil spirits in you?
1000%.
And why you say that?
Because it's so many awful things that go on in my head of just like situations or people, or it's just all the time. Like I'm always like, wow, like that was really awful. That's an evil thing to think or to even like think to say.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But yes, I do, 1,000%.
Everybody want to know, how did that situation turn out? They want to know online. Everybody want to know.
Really?
Yeah. We want to hear the conclusion. I do it, everybody. How did that end, that situation end?
Oh,
Or is it still going on?
It's kind of still going on. I've given my brother, I haven't like poked the bear. I've really given him like space. I've left it alone. But my sister is like losing it. Like I spoke to my other sister yesterday, and she was like, yeah, I spoke to her, and she asked me if I spoke to you, and I was honest, and I told her yes. And she just started getting emotional, and she told me to tell you that you're wrong for like what you're doing.
But it's with you and your brother, it's done, right?
Well, they told me that he's not mad at me. Like that's what they've told me. But I'm like, I'm still just gonna kind of give this some air.
Absolutely.
So that's what I've been doing.
So why don't you lay your weapon down and be done with it? Just be done with it. Don't talk to anyone else about it, in your family or anywhere. And then apologize to your brother. You've done that.
Yeah.
Why not just be done with it?
Well,
no
I
more
am.
conversation or anything.
I am done with it.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm totally
so
done
when
with
your
it.
sister would tell you that, why do you tell, hey, I'm gonna hang up if you bring this up?
Well, I guess it was, I really don't know how to identify this, but I knew she was coming from a good place of like, I know it's just very odd for us to have this kind of dynamic. So I guess I didn't want to come off rude or very sharp to her because I knew where the intention was with that. So I was like, I told you.
You knew where her intention was?
Yeah, like where her intention was.
Okay.
So I told her, I was like, I'm not mad at her. I'm not mad at all. I just don't know if I'll speak to her again. Like I just can't tell you when.
So can you not have another conversation with a family member about it, period?
Probably, yeah.
Why not for sure, yes?
Because I know they're going to bring it up.
But you don't have to go along with it.
No, I
You
don't.
can lay your weapon down. I don't want to talk about this.
Yeah.
Why don't you do that?
I guess I
Because
feel
they're
like...
never going to drop it.
No, they're not.
It's a thrill for
They're
them, so you got to stop it by not participating. No conversation or anything. Whether their intentions are good or not is not good, just so you know. But why not just tell them I'm done?
I guess it's something I'm just going to have to like learn to let go because I feel like I have to kind of explain to them of like, no, I'm not upset.
Why?
I really don't know.
When people tell me, oh, you are angry too, how you going to tell somebody else not be angry? Because I yell at them or something? I don't explain to them I'm not angry. I don't care that they think that. Because I know that's in them and not in me. I'm not angry.
Yeah.
Why not live that way?
I guess I could. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why I don't. Yeah, I don't know now that I'm thinking about it because I could. I just feel like I owe them, certain people an explanation of like, I'm not angry at her.
It happened between you and your brother only. You don't owe anyone else any explanation. That's what I mean about people talking about you, asking questions. You don't owe anyone an explanation. You owe your brother an apology. You did that.
Yeah.
You owe no one else any explanation, anything about it at all, period. Why do you feel you do?
I think it's a thing of me trying to like fight for my reputation.
What reputation?
Yeah. Me trying to fight for my reputation.
What
of like,
reputation?
Well, because it's just a bunch of crap of like how I'm viewed within my family of just being so dramatic and like.
So what reputation are you trying to fight and save when they think badly of you anyway?
It's just a mess. I'm
What
not sure.
reputation are you trying to save?
Of just like, I'm not being dramatic. Like, this is totally fair.
But why are you trying to save that?
I guess because, in a sense, I still do care about, like, how they view me.
Why?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I know it's a tie there.
Is it possible that the idea of a reputation is an illusion?
Oh, yeah.
So why don't you let that illusion go? Because the word reputation is just a word that you've been trying to live up to, and you're never going to live up to it because people are going to always think whatever they're going to think anyway. And since you think you got a reputation that you need to protect, you're going to be trying to protect something that's not even real. Reputation is just an illusion in your mind.
Yeah.
Why don't you let go of that and don't think you're trying to protect the reputations so you wouldn't care you wouldn't think about what others think. Why not drop the idea of reputation?
I don't know. I don't know why I fight so hard for that.
It's an illusion though.
Yeah.
And you're going to spend the rest of your life trying to live up to an illusion. You're going to become the richest woman in the world. You're going to be famous. Everybody's going to want to hang out with you, come to your big house in Beverly Hills. You're going to have illegal alien maids and gardeners. You're going to have illegal alien drivers. Yeah. And you're going to have all that because you're trying to build a reputation, and that still won't make you be able to prove that your reputation is fine enough. You're going to want more because people are still going to think what they think.
Yeah.
And you're going to be trying to live up to that. Why not drop the idea of a reputation and just live your life and don't try to build anything?
I wish I had a concrete answer of why I do that.
You've been taught to do that by your parents, and by your teachers, and by the world. You have been taught that, but that's wrong teaching. Nobody has a reputation. They just think they do. And they trip out when they hear someone say their reputation is not what they think it is. You can think you're wonderful, you're all that, you're loving, you're God, and all that, right? Yeah. But someone else says you're the devil. And now your little reputation disappears.
No, I definitely see how it's an illusion. I'm not sure why I'm just so pressed on that.
So drop it.
Okay.
And be free. And the only issue with this is between you and your brother, and once you apologize to him, I'm wrong, brother, I was wrong, it's no more your issue at all. It's now on him, whether he want to let it go or not.
Yeah.
Stop discussing it with your family members. You don't owe them anything. What do you think about that?
No, you're completely right. Last night was probably like the last conversation I'll have about that.
Yeah, drop it.
Yeah.
And if they bring it up, tell them none of your business. And you can ask them, what made you ask me something like that? That's not all questions are not good questions. Mm. Have you noticed that?
I have.
All questions are not good questions. So when people ask you a question that you don't want to respond to, just tell them, why don't you examine why you asked that question? Put it back on them. What do you think about that?
No, that's excellent.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
Why do you ask me? You need to examine. I'm not answering that question. You need to examine why you asked me that question. They're running high behind a ditch. So they don't want to see the hell in themselves. They're not asking that out of love. What do you think about that?
I think you're 100% correct, because that was one of the ways I was like stabbing myself this morning about it too.
Yeah. So I recommend you drop it.
Okay.
It's none of their business. And you can tell, hey, none of your business. Your mama, your daddy, your husband, you don't have a husband, but your whomever. It's none of their business. All right?
Okay.
Okay. Any question about that?
No, thank you.
Hey, do you have evil in you?
Yeah.
And All eyes on you right now, buddy. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Let me do this first, and I'll come to you, Frankie. In the black hat, do you have evil in you?
Yes.
And what does it look like?
It looks like thoughts that accuse me, doubt, things like that.
Okay.
More internal stuff.
Raymond, do you have evil in you?
Yes, I do.
And what does it look like?
Anger, anger and bitterness, among other things, and among judgment.
Your what?
Judgment.
You said among those.
Above other things,
Okay, I thought you said
judgment.
about Mungo. I thought it was Africa. Okay. You're right. Nice. Thank you. Yes, Frankie.
I do have evil in me.
Speaking to the mic.
I do have evil inside of me. It comes out my nightmares at night. I end up fighting, beating people up.
You have nightmares?
Nightmares. I have nightmares. Yes, yes, yes.
Amazing.
And other people look at me as like I'm crazy. Emotional fear.
Okay.
And I thought about that stuff in the past. I used to only think that wasn't evil. I thought only evil was because is what you see in the movie Exorcist. Then you have to call somebody to help you take it out of you. But learn that forgiveness helps get that out.
Nice. Do you have evil in you?
Wrong person to ask. Yes.
And what does it look like?
Temptations driven by my ego. My thoughts are constantly going, see, they're trying to actively hurt you, and there's so much power in your hand that you can respond back. But yeah, temptations. But I do not act upon those.
Oh, okay. Nice. I want you to know, and I really want to encourage you, for those who want to overcome this, every human being is evil. They have evil in them. And then those who have started to work on themselves to overcome that. But I want you to know that the world is composed of evil people. That's why you have wars. People have wars in the world for no reason other than for themselves, to get money and power. That's the only reason they have war, but they'll get us killed. And they'll pretend that it's for us. I want to save this. When they're really behind the scene, they'll make a lot of money from it. And they're pretending that it's something else. And then they'll tell you to go on campus and protest. You go on campus and fight for your right to protect this or protect that. And you fight one another because you're from different races and different religions. You fight. And you're stupid, you're on campus fighting over somebody else's war that has nothing to do with you, that's going to get you killed, and you fight one another. That's evil. That's evil. And I want you to know that it's only going to get worse because human beings are evil. And everyone in this room is evil. You have evil in you. Anyone that get emotional at all, your brother is moving forward. He like, I am not taking Hitler back with me. But if you get emotional at all, it's because of evil. Someone can give you an award or a gift, and the more you get, oh, this is so nice, thank you. Oh, God, I love it, thank you. It's because of evil. That's evil. You don't even, because of evil, you don't know how to thank the person for the gift. Hey, I really appreciate it, this is cool. But you got to put on a big act about it. And then when they leave, you say, I don't even like this gift. You say that, I don't like this. What am I going to do with this? But because you're evil, you carried on. And you did it for the thrill. All evil people love thrills. When you get, when you win governmentship or you get a raise on your job, you get the thrill. Oh, I'm so needed on this job. They gave me a raise, they love me. Or if you didn't get a raise on the job, your other thrill is they don't like me. This is not fair. I'm a hard-working person. I'm here every day, all the time. I volunteer, I do everything. And I didn't get the raise? You get angry. That's a thrill because you're evil. But you won't call that evil. You'll call that justified. I'm being mistreated. I'm justified to be angry. Somebody hurt your feelings and you'll feel bad about it. And then someone would tell you, don't hurt their feelings. You need to consider their feelings. And you'll go, yeah, that's right. You need to consider my feelings or their feelings. The person that's telling you they need to be your feelings need to be considered is evil. And the person that believes in that your feelings need to be considered is evil. Evil lives in you. Evil lives in you. When you cry at night, and everyone does, you can go to the best part, and I see the hands, and I'm going to get to them. You can go to the greatest party and jam all night and drink cocktails and just have a good time. And everybody know, hey, you want to dance? Yes, let's dance. And the music's good. Around 2 o'clock, when the party starts to slow down, you get afraid. What am I going to do now? Oh, God, I got to go back home to that old husband I hate. Oh, God, I got to go back home to that old nagging wife. I wish this party would last forever. Or, oh, God, I got to go home by myself now. Or with these friends in the car, I don't even like them. But I'm going to end up at home by myself. I wish this party would last forever. And then you cry. You go home and you cry. Because now, as Nick said, he shut down the computer, reality sat in. The evil that he was running from appeared again. Because it's always there, you're just not dealing with it. But it's always there. Or someone can talk about you, and you hear about it. I don't trust nobody now. I'm this, I'm that. You're mad. That's a thrill, and that is evil. Or you can try to build a career, a reputation. If it doesn't go your way, you're ticked. And you're working even harder to try to build your career or your reputation. And you finally get the house, and everybody say, I love you, but when you find out they don't mean it, because they don't mean it, evil comes out. I trust nobody now. I'm this, I'm that. I'm lonely, I'm this. Anyone that get angry, period, is evil. Evil. Anyone that, what else did I hear from everywhere? When you want to be like others. Oh, I wish I was like that speaker. Oh, I wish I was like that actor or actress. I wish I was like that smart person. You're evil. Because you want to be like someone else. Anyone that yell at you in anger, anyone that tries to tell you how to live is evil. An evil person telling another evil person how they should live. That's evil. Every one of you are evil. Everyone out there looking at me. You're evil. Happy Mother's Day. Anyone that think that they have to build their life, that they have goals. Anyone that set a goal is an evil person. Sorry. You set goals because you're evil, and the reason you set goals because you have fear, and you have fear because you're evil. I'm coming. I know it's burning. Give me just another minute, anyone, and I promise you this, I'm not making this up. You can know this for yourself if you get to know yourself. Anyone that think that they can save somebody else or help someone else is evil. You cannot help anyone. You cannot help anyone. You cannot even help yourself. Think about that. If you can help yourself, wouldn't you be walking around here with a perfect life, perfect peace, and no worries, no anything? So how you think you're going to help somebody? I'm going to college and getting a degree because I'm going to help somebody. That's evil. You can't help anyone else. Anyone that lives, and then I'm done with my anyones. Let me change this to anyone thing first. Anyone that lives with thoughts, one thought. When you live with one thought about anything, you're evil. You're an evil person, you snap just like that. All it takes is one person disagree with you about that thought, you're gone. You're gone because I'm wonderful. How can you say I'm not good? Who are you to say I'm not good? What I want you to know, you were created. And if you stay with this, let me tell you this first. Anyone that cares about someone else overcoming or not is evil. Why do you care if somebody want to wake up or not? Why do you care that another person want to be in misery or not? People love their hell. God doesn't care if you want to be in your misery. He'll leave you right in hell. Why do you, I care. Why are you trying to help that person? Because I care. I know about this story where this mother was so nice. I mean, just did everything for the whole kids and the husband, everybody. Just so nice. And then the son went to the military. He became traumatized or whatever. He was already traumatized. But he came back a drug addict. And as a result of being a drug addict, the father threw him out when he got back from the military. His wife, he got married, but they didn't work. His wife couldn't handle it, so he went back home to mama. And then mama kept bringing it back in, and when he would come back home, he would steal money from everybody to buy drugs. And the father like, you can't come back. And the mother like, yeah, you can come back anytime you want. You my baby. And he ended up killing mama for money to get drugs because the father said, never do it again. I'm done with you. And she wouldn't give him any more money. He killed her. The mother was evil. She got what she deserved. But you look at that and you say, how can you kill your mama? Your mama love you. Your mama does everything for you. A mama's love will kill you. Sorry, mama. Mama's love is not love. Well, anyway. Sorry. Anyone. And then I want to tell you why I brought up this thing about stop telling people your business. But anyone who think that you're something, you're evil. Because you're nothing. You're nothing. You ain't worth the Bible says you're not even worth a dung. If you're not worth dung, why you think you're special? The Bible says you ain't worth horse dung. Y'all know what dung is, right? If I was a millennial, I would curse and tell you the curse way. That word with the S. You ain't worth what you say. You ain't worth nothing. Anyone I know you, Bernie. I'm coming real fast. Anyone that get mad. So, now, a lot of people have done this, so I'm not just not talking about anyone here, even though I am talking about anyone here too. But I'm not just talking about. I counsel with a lot of people, so I'm talking to a lot of world. Anyone that feel one iota of a pain, anyone that has one iota of thought about a breakup with your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your friends, your whatever, if you think one thing about it, you're evil. You are evil. Think about it. It's all about you anyway. It's not about them. It's how does it make me feel? I feel lonely. I can't believe you're leaving me. I can't believe you cheated on me. And nothing about the other person. It's all about I. It's all about me. But you say, it's because I love you. I wash your dishes. It's all about I. It's never about the other person. Because if you love the other person, you wouldn't care if they left or stayed. Okay, goodbye, honey. It's been 50 years, goodbye. You let them go and won't feel anything about it. But you're evil. And you call it love. One of the reasons I brought up this thing about stop telling your people your business. First of all, God says confess your problem to him. Confess to me, the Lord, that you are angry and that you're evil. And now you realize it's wrong. I'm wrong for judging. I'm wrong for being angry. Really, that's really the only sin that you need to be confessing to God. And then he'll tell you, go and forgive so I can forgive you and draw you in. He didn't tell you to, and nowhere in the Bible when God tell you, come on over to my house and tell me about your vices. How many men did you sleep with today? Or women did you sleep with? God didn't ask you anything about that. Matter of fact, he told the people that accused the woman that were trying to stone her because he knew they were all slut makers. They were no good. Okay, guys, you want to throw your stone at her, throw it at yourself first if you're free. I mean, those who have, if you're free, not free. Hold on, man. Yeah, y'all calm down a little bit. There's a limit to fun in church, all right? Okay, he without sin, let them cast the first stone. And all of them had vices, and they had an evil heart. God doesn't care about your vices. He cares about you. He knows that your vices are not you, and he wants to take those away from you. And he will if you let him. So the reason I said stop telling people your business, I counsel every day with men and women who are suffering because they went and told somebody else their personal business. And that somebody told somebody, and that somebody told somebody, and then somebody came back and asked them about it, and the word is out, and now they can hardly live. They want to commit suicide because their spirit, their ego is hurt, but they think it's them. People don't mean you well when they come and ask you about your business. And you owe no responsibility, explanation to anyone but to God. And you don't even have to talk about to God about your vices. He already knows those things are going to go away when your heart changes from hate to love. When your heart changes from anger to love, and if you stay present, your whole nature will change, and you will have God's nature. Not the evil vice nature, but you'll be free. You're not your vices. All right? So, you're all evil. Because all of you cry, you're mad, you're always trying to help somebody. You're always trying to tell people how to do it, what to do, when to do it, quote the Bible to them. And evil people try to save evil people. You can't even save yourself. If somebody want your help in the right way, they'll help. Ask. I see you're free. How did that happen? I notice you don't get angry. What? How do you overcome that? God tell you, don't be giving the truth to, and it's like throwing the truth to swines. But you feel good about it because you're evil. Anyway, I saw a bunch of hands. So stop telling people your stuff. You know, you're telling evil people It's an evil person telling evil people about your problems. Think about that. And you feel like you're obligated to. I don't know if that started with the Oprah Winfrey program, when they started telling women to tell all your problems. And women at one time did not tell all their business in the good old days. Our parents, my grandparents, other parents said, if somebody asks you your business, tell them it's none of their business. They don't care about you. They're asking you because they're nosy. They want to hurt you. I didn't even know that people tell all their business until later in life. It doesn't, think about it. Why are you telling somebody else? They can't do anything for you. And they go to tell somebody because evil people cannot keep anything private. They cannot keep personal business. They are evil. They can't help it. All right? So that's why so many people suffer from this. Stop doing it. You know, don't have a press conference. Don't call your mom or your daddy. So let me do this because of time. I'm going to start here first, and I'm coming around the room and see the hands. Yes.
Okay, so you said that every person who has one single thought is evil. And
Say what now?
Every person who has one single thought, who was born and had the first thought, is evil.
Thoughts and emotions.
With this
All
thought.
emotions are evil.
So basically everyone.
Yes, everyone.
So you say that there are only evil people in the world.
Yes.
In the world. So how would a good person look? How would the life of a good person be? How would a good person be? Because if there's evil, there must be good. Because otherwise there's no evil. You always need a counterpart of it.
Why?
That's how it is. It's the definition of those kind of adjectives.
I've heard that before. That's why I asked why. No. You think you need good and evil inside of you?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you say everyone is an evil person, and I would like to know from you, how does a good person and the life of a good person look?
Oh, I got what you're saying. So you're saying that in order for there to be evil people, there has to be good people. So
yeah, that's the definition of if you say something is evil or something is light, something is dark, there's always needs to be the counterpart. Otherwise...
don't y'all love that statement? No, not really. That's only in your mind.
That's the definition of things, yeah.
I'm sorry?
Something cannot be high if there's no low, because then it would just be the standard.
In real life, there's no highs, there are no highs and there are no lows. Only for evil people. For people who have overcome evil, it's even key all the way, all the time, about anything and any given situation. So
you said there are people that overcame evil?
There are one or two who have overcome evil. A handful.
Okay. So they are now, what are they now exactly? How would you call those people? Good?
No name at all.
No name at all?
No.
And how do
Neither
those...
good nor evil.
How do those people live their daily lives?
Free. They
Exactly.
live free without emotions. They live freely without thoughts. They live freely without wants or needs. They have no up or downs. They have no anxiety, no stress, no worry. They neither feel happy or feel bad.
Are they dead?
I'm sorry? See, to her, I know what you mean. No, the dead person is the one that have all these thoughts and emotions going on. The ones that have needs and wants and competitions and worries. That's the dead person. The person that has life is the one that's free from all that.
Okay, you make it seem like being evil is not like evil. The basic definition of it, that it's nothing that's desirable. So you calling everyone here, also here, and everyone an evil
everyone
person?
in the whole wide world.
Yeah. So you would say it is more desirable to be on this world having no emotions, having no goals, having no thoughts at all, and just being a vegetable, vegetating.
But you are a vegetable with those things. You're free without those things.
I'm very free. I'm having a lot of fun.
No, you're not.
Of course, yes.
No, you're not.
Yeah, you.
No.
You would say if I don't have thoughts anymore, then I would be free.
I would say that you're not free.
How would it look if I would be free?
There would be no look. You would just be.
And how would that be on a daily schedule? I would wake up and then...
You would wake up and you would go to work
But if I go to work, I have goals, right? Like I'm doing something. I'm earning money. That's evil.
No. So let me first ask, because you said a lot. Slow down. If you didn't have goals, would you not go to work?
Well, I would also not eat anymore because it's evil.
What?
Because I'm gonna devour plants and
Would
animals.
you go to work if you didn't have goals?
Probably people without goals or thoughts, they wouldn't get out of the bed.
Would you go to work if you didn't have goals?
No, of course not.
You would not? And how will you eat and how will you pay your rent?
There's no life without goals. Everyone has certain goals that make them stand up
No
in the
one
morning.
so first of all, how would you pay your rent if you didn't go to work?
People that have no goals at all, they're being institutionalized.
How would you pay your rent if you didn't go to work?
Not. I would.
Because you said you would not go to work if you didn't have goals, right?
If I have no goals in life, I would die.
You would not. You're right. You would die.
Of
But you would
starvation,
live.
of depression, of something.
No.
Yeah.
You died of depression, suicidal thought because you have goals. If you had no goals, you would never have suicidal thoughts. If you had no plans.
But I would starve because I don't go to work. I don't try.
But you would go to work.
Why would I go to
Unless you
work?
become homeless.
But if
and
I
the
go,
government take care
okay,
of
if
you.
I go to work to earn money to pay my rent, paying the rent is the goal.
No. Who gave you the ability to go to work? Who gave you the mindset to go to work? The move of your body, man, to the opportunity to go to work. Where does that come from?
I don't know what you're referring to. What you?
Where do you get the idea to go to work?
It's a natural born. It's born into you. It's instinct.
And where did
It's
it
primal.
come from?
It's primal instinct of a human.
What?
It's primal instinct of a human. If
So
you put
you-
someone outside of civilization, you put him just there, he will wake up and start doing things.
Who gave you the ability, the know-how to go to work and earn a living?
Yeah, society probably.
Do you believe in God?
Yes.
You believe He exists?
Yes.
Do you think He gave you the know-how, the ability to go to work, or you got it from your instinct or something?
It's an instinct to work and to.
It didn't come from
have-
God?
Everything comes from God.
How about
Everything
the
that you are
ability to
comes
go
from
to
God.
work? Did that come from God? Are you an animal?
Certainly.
You an animal?
Yeah, I mean.
No wonder you think you have instincts. What the? Human beings don't have instincts. Animals have them. Do you own a dog?
If I own a dog, besides him, no.
Oh, God. Oh, Lord. But because of time, if you had no goals,
Yeah.
if you had no plans, if you had no ideas, if you had no wants or needs or
Then
loans,
that would be a good person in
and
your
then
view.
you will have a life. It would be neither good nor bad. Because when people come alive, when they're living, there is no good or bad. There is no up or down. There is no death or living. There is no anything but living. They have to worry about nothing. They just live their life, and the plan is already in motion, and they walk and live in the plan without their own plan. Your plan, which are evil, throwing you off course.
I'm sure that the goals that I'm having and the way that I'm going is God-given, so it's not.
I promise you it's
anything.
not from God.
How do you
God
know
does
that?
not give you goals. All of your goals are out of your ego and out of hell. God does not give human beings goals. God provides.
All right, so you say the good people are just existing,
I'm
without
sorry?
thoughts, without goals.
No, the good people are living. The people with the goals are dying.
Okay, then we just agree to disagree. So my question
No,
is.
we're not agreeing to disagree. I'm disagreeing.
Good. I'm also disagreeing.
You are wrong.
So my. All right. So, from your point of view, I'm wrong. I understand.
No.
So,
It's not my point of view. You are wrong. And it's not my point of
in
view at
your
all.
opinion, I see.
It's
Okay.
not my
So
opinion.
my question was.
It's not my opinion.
My question would be, how does it help telling everyone that they are evil?
Oh, good question.
Like
So that they
you now.
so that they can take a look at themselves, admit it to themselves, and forgive, so God can set them free from evil. Only God can set you free from evil, and He's not going to set you free until you confess or admit to Him that you're evil. And anyone that is angry, has anger, period, is evil. And so for those that want it, when they can see that, you know what, I am evil, I am angry, I'm wrong, in that very moment they will be set free.
When they accept that they are evil.
When they can admit and accept that they are evil, they shall be made free.
All right. Interesting. Thank you.
You're welcome. What do you think about all this? Everything you've heard so far.
What I think about it?
Yeah. How do you see it?
Well, from the perspective that everybody's sinning, it's true that everybody's evil.
Everybody that's born of the woman is born of evil.
But I think everybody has good and evil in him.
I'm sorry?
Everybody has good and evil in him.
Not true. You only have one or the other. You can't have both. Why do you think that everybody have both?
Because I think there's a balance in the universe. There must be both. You do good things, you do bad things in life.
An evil person has never done anything good. Never. You can only serve one God. You can't serve evil and God and good. You can only be a one. Why do you think you can serve two gods?
No, I don't say that, but I think everybody is sinning. Everybody has done a sin in his life.
Right.
That means everybody has some kind of evil in him.
Right.
But it's important to confess, to see that you have done something bad, and
Right.
That's what it's about.
But why do you think everybody has good and evil?
Because if you see that you have evil in you, there must be something good that you see God. If you pray to God, there must be something good left in you.
That's a good statement, interesting statement. When you can see that you're evil, now good, God hears it. And He will come down and cause you to see it. When He knows that you want to see it, what's wrong with me? Why am I like this, right? He will come down and allow you to see evil and separate you from it. And then good take over and evil disappear. But you can't serve both.
Of course, yeah.
You can't be of good and evil. Have you forgiven your mother?
Yes, I forgive my mother. I listened to you.
You went to her?
Yeah, just before I came here, I forgave her.
Oh,
I
you
really
did?
listened to you, yeah.
You're like, I better go because I know Jesse's going to ask me about it.
Yeah.
And what did she say?
I repeated exactly what you were saying.
Right.
That we should forgive the mother for basically the bad things and forgive the father for not saving us from the mother.
Right. And what did she say, your mother?
She didn't like it.
She like, go to America and never come back. Yeah. and so you forgave them?
Yes.
Good. And any question about anything?
A lot of questions, yes. But
because of time, you came all the way from Germany. One question.
One question?
Yes.
I don't have one question in mind now.
Oh, you don't have any question now? No. Oh, okay. Amazing. Are you doing the silent prayer?
I don't really know what that is.
Oh, you don't know about the silent prayer?
No.
Oh, okay.
I've heard about it in your
Now that
videos.
you've gone and forgiven your mother and your father, now you need to become aware of these thoughts and emotions. You're going to see that they're all evil. They're not you. They're here, but you're not your thoughts. And God, the Spirit of the light, now that you're forgiven, will start to destroy thoughts and emotions. The up and down emotions, the good or the bad, they're both evil, right? If He'll allow you to see them so that you stop identifying with them, don't say, I'm emotional and I'm afraid. Stop doing that, and they will all disappear and you'll be free. It will be you. So do the silent prayer, rebuildingtheman.com/prayer. We'll give it to you. And just watch those thoughts. Don't call them you, and everything will work. Life will work for you. It will happen. Amazing.
Thank you.
And don't forget to tell Hitler I said hello.
Oh, I think he won't like that.
Amazing. Have you forgiven your mother?
Yes, long time ago.
You told her?
Yes.
And what did she say when you told her you were sorry for resenting her?
Sorry?
When you told her you were sorry for resenting and being angry at her, what did she say?
We finished with a hug.
With a hug?
That's about it, yeah.
Amazing.
I said what I had to say. And
What did you say?
what I had to say.
You apologized for hating her?
Many different things.
And when you asked your dad why did he protect you from your mother, what did he say?
I have forgiven my dad
You forgave him for not protecting you from your mother?
for many things.
How about from your mother?
From not protecting me from my mother. I forgave him for everything that there was to forgive for.
And did you forgive him for not protecting you from your mother?
I forgave him for everything that there was to forgive for.
How about your mother?
I think everything includes everything.
Amazing. All right. Okay, here. Yes, I saw your hand, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Jesse, so I have a question about not telling everybody your business. So I know the husband is not supposed to tell the wife, like he's not supposed to come to her and like tell her a lot of his business, right?
Not
Or
at
any
all.
of his business.
A husband should never tell his wife his personal life, showing any weakness.
And what about the wife going to her husband and telling
If
him?
he's not working on himself, no.
Because he's not going to
He
have
can't
any
help
way
her.
to understand or
Not at
comprehend
all.
this.
He won't be able to understand it. Just don't be angry at him for not understanding. He can't see.
Right. Okay. That's it.
Amazing, absolutely. A husband that's blind cannot help a wife or anyone. All right? But don't be angry at him, because now that you're overcoming, you're going to be able to see, and seeing will prevent you from judging a blind person. You would automatically know without even trying to know that they just can't see. So you
Yeah,
won't
'cause
hold anything against them.
I think what I see is like if I try to, like in my head, I'm just like saying what is going on within me and he can't understand, then it becomes the mama-son relationship again.
Yep.
It goes right back to where it started.
Stop saying it.
Got it. Okay.
He can't give you what he doesn't have to give. And now that you're working on yourself, you should understand that. But don't hold that against him.
Right.
And then in working on yourself, you don't want anything from him. He has nothing to give. You know, I have ladies tell me all the time in counseling, well, I want my husband to make a decision. I want my husband to help me with the children. I want my husband, I'm like, why can't you make your own decision? If you're seeking what is right, the Spirit of the Father will make those decisions for you. You don't need someone else to make them. He will make them for you. I don't know why women think that way, to be honest. I kind of know, but I don't know. Why can't you make your own decision?
And
Why can't you make your own decision?
Why can't he or why can't I?
You. Why you say you want something from him, right?
I don't know that I necessarily wanted something. I kind of just wanted a conversation to end. That's maybe more what I wanted was.
Well, then stop talking.
Yeah, and just walk away.
Yeah.
Because the person came, well, my husband, he came back to me to like, kind of like, let's like kind of finish this discussion. And I really wasn't sure what to say, but I knew it was wrong for me to try to explain, like, I just don't want that in my
Right.
life anymore.
So that let's say I want to talk about this a little bit more, honey, because he doesn't understand.
Right.
And so he's like, okay, what do you want me to do? Or what do you need from me? Just say, you know what, I need nothing, I'm sorry. And end the conversation.
Okay.
You don't have to go, just don't be angry so you can end the conversation in the right way.
Right.
But if you're angry, you're not going to see how to end the conversation. You're going to be, I just wish you stop asking me. Why do you keep coming to me? Be mad.
Yeah, you'll find a way just to keep it going until it's annoying.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Amazing. Did I see your hand? Yeah, okay.
I don't understand. It's something simple too. We don't have to spend a lot of time on it. But if someone does give you a gift and you cry over it, how is that evil? Because someone did cry over a gift recently, like this morning. I'm sorry. No, but it was nice. It was no, but I just want to understand, like, how is that?
Right, because it was a thrill.
But how is it a thrill if you literally can't hold back, like,
If the tears come naturally,
Yeah.
That's a good question. Let the tears come and go.
Mm-hmm. We didn't make a big deal about it or anything, but I just wanted to understand.
Yeah, don't control anything.
Mm-hmm.
So the tears come because you appreciate the gift. There's no, but you ain't got to go cry all night.
Yeah.
You don't have to keep going on. I really, really like this gift. A year went by, you still talk about the same stupid gift, right? That's not necessary.
Okay.
But a tear of appreciation that comes naturally,
Yeah.
right on.
Okay, cool.
Nothing wrong with that. Yes.
I didn't want to talk about that stab, but I was like, I caught myself, Jesse, and I even said, why am I crying?
Yeah.
And I genuinely said that, and I hurried up and I wiped my tear away, and we carried on. But it was honestly, it came like uncontrollably. I didn't feel like I had an emotion. It just seemed like something that was like, it just happened, and I thought, wow, she put some thought.
Yeah, speaking to the mic.
She put some thought into this, and I just wasn't expecting anything, but it just happened automatically. Wiped my tear and kept the day going.
Be aware, that's all.
Yeah.
And you're right, just because you boo-hoo, and then you realize, what am boo-hooing for?
I literally said that.
Just don't judge it. Be
Okay.
glad to see it. And it works itself out. Have no opinion about it. Don't go around now thinking, oh, I'm a crybaby, or I'm a this. No idea. You caught it, perfect.
Okay.
Don't judge it.
Thank you.
Amazing. Did I see your hand? Okay.
So you mentioned overreacting to emotions, like that's evil. I realize that I like to get reactions from other people. Like, for example, it's Mother's Day. I'm like, how can I get the best gift to, like, wow my mom?
Yeah.
And so I just didn't get her anything because I realized it's just like a... Is that bad? I feel bad.
What?
Is that bad? Like,
What?
to just not do anything because...
That's perfect.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, don't get her anything and see her reaction. Really, see her reaction. And don't judge her. But don't get her anything. If you feel like you got to get something, or it's because of being taught and trained or some form of obligation or guilt, don't get anything. And you'll be fine. And however she feels about it, that's her hell, not yours. Amazing. Absolutely, don't get it. You're going to save a lot of money. Because the people on the street, they're selling those flowers. You know how those Mexicans sell those flowers? And they're expensive. And then they die the next day. Really? So no, don't get anything under pressure. All right? Yes. Yes, right here.
Jesse, I have two questions. First one is about trust. What is trust? The trust that I imagined having was into one thing, and that was shattered into 1,000,000+ pieces.
Right.
And then everything else lost its meaning. What is trust?
Trust is having no opinion about anything or anyone or yourself or anybody. You don't need to trust or not trust. Always have a wait and see and let things work. However they work, with a wait and see attitude, if it works out, fine. If it doesn't, fine. If you find out your husband cheat, fine. If you find out he doesn't cheat, or he find out you cheat, or it's fine if you have no idea about how it's going to work out, if it's going to work, whatever happens will be just fine because you have no idea about it. You're not trying to trust it or distrust it. You're just living with no idea at all. Because what happened, you didn't lose trust. Whomever that has trust like that, they lose ideas about that person and themselves, so their ideas are screwed up. But instead of saying, you know what, I had the wrong ideas about this, I had the wrong plan about this, my mind was wrong about it. They said, well, you didn't do what I thought you were going to do. You didn't do what I thought you would do. You're supposed to be a holy person. You're supposed to be this good person, teaching blah, blah, blah. But you won't say, you know what, I was wrong. I judged you. I had a judgment of you. I saw you as good or bad.
The reason I'm asking is because something particular happened. A lot of us know you, and this person comes to me saying, even this person says you're bad, then my trust in my mind is shattered against this person, and that person.
That's
but
right.
that person is supposed, in my mind, and we all know is supposed to be so holy, but then how could he say this about this person?
Right.
A total mess.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to have an impression of anyone, not even yourself. You're not supposed to have an idea about God, period. Forgive me for, well, don't forgive me. Nobody in this room knows God. Not one person. Not one person. Nobody knows God in this room or out there. I don't know him. No. But what I do know for sure, he loved me. And I know for sure he's with me. And I'm with him. But I don't know him. I have no ideas about God at all. Zero. All ideas, all thoughts and ideas about God are wrong. And they will keep you away from God. He said it. Your thoughts and your ways are not my ways. Your thoughts are not my thoughts. Drop them. But you hold on to the ideas about God. You will never know God if you have an idea about God. You're never going to know him because it's just an idea. And the devil's in your way. You already know him in your mind, but it's not working. That's why it's not working for you, because you think you know God. You think, oh, if I let this thought go, if I do this, or I act a certain way, or I be a certain way, or I put on this front, then I know God. God is with me. And I don't get mad about that. So God is with me. All your ideas are wrong. You don't know God. And he will give you a clear mind. And this old mind is disappearing, but you got to let this old mind go. And the way you let it go, you got to be aware of it. You, not somebody else for you. You got to be aware that you're not your thoughts, and that all thoughts and all emotions are wrong. They're evil. And stop identifying with them. The one thing I want you to know for sure, you can live without thinking. It's crazy amazing to live without thinking. You need a clear mind. All your little ideas and plans need to go. Think about the people you know that have all these big plans and these degrees. They have degrees up the yang-yang. They're doctors and lawyers and preachers and professors and popes and everything else, but they're miserable. They have no peace. Yes, ma'am.
Second question I have about husband and wife. I've been thinking about this long. Isn't the wife supposed to follow the husband's lead?
No.
Isn't that the base of the family? God, man, woman, kids, and women, kids, and the rest?
Yes.
In me, personally, I felt throughout my whole married life of 16 years, I thought I felt the need to, not to be led, but to be guided in our family.
That's why it's not working. It was just a thought, and all thoughts are all lies all the time. Women are not supposed to be led by men. The moment a woman let a man think that he can lead her, his ego goes through the roof. He could be all wrong, and she would not be able to convince him that he's wrong. Leave me alone. Don't tell me everything. Leave me. Why you got to correct me on everything? Why do you think you know? And she started thinking, look at him. He thinks he knows everything. Oh, he does. His ego is on the right. Do not let a man lead you. You be led by the truth, and only the truth. Men are not responsible for you overcoming your hell. Men are not responsible for your psychological issues. You have to do what men do. See that you're evil, see that you're wrong, and the Father will save you. And then, I don't even want to say this, because I'm going to screw this up too. Let me put it this way. And then, and only then, will the right relationship work between men and women. Only then will it work. And you don't know what that is. No one does. I'll get to you in a minute, buddy. Right on. So, don't let a man or anyone tell you how to live, what to do, what you should or should not be doing. They're on an ego trip. Your help should only come from God. And the same with my help or any other man's help come from God. Stop letting these men correct you, be on you, and try to get something from you. They have nothing to give, and you don't have anything to give. And lady, get up and wash the dishes, blah, blah, blah. Yes.
Aren't we supposed to surrender to our husbands?
No.
What do
Speaking
they
to the
ask in
mic
the
a
church?
little
Are you-
loud.
Aren't we supposed to surrender to our husbands when the pastor, when they're getting married, says, "Are you going to
Will you obey your husband and all that? I'm saying yes, but you don't know what that is. You have no clue what that means.
How do we get to know that?
I'm sorry?
How do we get to know what is obeying in a right way?
By overcoming evil.
Good luck with that.
I'm sorry. So what?
Good luck with that.
You're not going to overcome evil?
Oh, I want to, but
But you're not.
with this speed,
What?
with this speed,
With this speed?
I don't see any light at the end of the tunnel yet.
You don't see yourself overcoming evil?
I want to, but the thoughts are so there. I'm still in. If this problem ended, the other started, and there are kids. We're sharing stuff. He comes and says, "Even this person says you're evil, so you're evil."
So
then
why?
it starts again.
Oh, okay. And why don't you be like happy to hear that? Oh, she told you I'm evil. Right on, praise the Lord. Why don't you let that happen to your ego so you can see and feel the pain from it so you can die from it? Why aren't you happy to hear that? If this is true, and I have no reason to, let's say they come in and say, well, even Mary Alice, your best friend said that you were evil.
That happened.
Oh, okay. And so why, and right away the thought go, oh, see, you can't even trust Mary Alice. And now Mary Alice, you feel the pain, you hate Mary Alice. Why not be happy for that?
I have started thanking my pain recently.
Right. Don't think it, but just be happy for it. Because what they're showing you that this not you is thinking and feeling the pain, and you're still identifying with it as though it's you're keeping it alive. But if you see the thoughts and the pain, and you relax in the pain and feel the pain, live with the pain, stay with the pain, do nothing about the pain, it'll fall away. And whatever someone says won't even bother you at all, because they're talking about a fake you. They're not even talking about you. A fake you is talking about another fake you. You don't exist. So your feelings are not being hurt. That's the false self. Your real self cannot be hurt. Nobody in the world can hurt you. No situation, no person, no one can hurt. It's the false person that's being hurt. It's not the real you. So be happy when that happens. As a matter of fact, when they walk in, what did you hear about me today? Be happy to hear it and watch what you're thinking. They're not your thoughts, but watch the thoughts and feel it. Do y'all understand you got to let whatever happened to the ego happens? How will you be free from it if you protect it? You're protecting evil. Does that make sense a little bit?
It does, and it's so beautiful to finally see what you're saying. I've been coming here and I've been hearing you many, many years. Honestly, it felt like I hear what you're saying, but nothing got to where it's supposed to get. Now I slowly start seeing the beauty of the, like, being still, how that looks
Right
for
on.
now.
I know exactly. I remember when I started getting a little insight, and I was like, wow, I'm so glad to be, my mind started to clear up, right? I'm like, wow, I'm so glad that I can finally see a little bit. I don't even see a lot, I just see a little bit. Because I can't measure how much it is, right? So I know what you're saying, stay with it, and I promise you, don't blame anyone else, don't protect the ego. Feel it, live with it, don't get drunk or anything, live with it. And not that you get drunk, but live with that pain. That's what God is trying to save you from. He's trying to save you from the false self. You're not your thoughts, you're not your ideas, you're not your feelings, you're not love, you're not hate. You're not evil, but the spirit made home in you is evil. And because Eve listened to the devil, the evil come through the woman, but it's still not you. So don't call it you. It's an it that's inside of you. Amazing. That little light is everything, but it's going to get brighter if you stay with it. And don't blame anyone for what you feel. No one has ever made you feel anything. You're feeling that way. It's in you. You feel that way. They didn't make you feel that way. You already feel that way. You already had fear. You already had doubt. You already had worry. You already was feeling that way. They didn't make you feel that. They brought out what was already in you. If it's not in you, you can't feel it. You know what I mean? If it's not in you, how can you feel something that's not there? How can anyone make you feel something that's not already in you? Think about that. Stop protecting that. No one has really done anything wrong to you in your whole life. It's been happening to your false self. It's never happened to you. You have not been touched by the world at all. All right? So let whatever happened to the ego, let it happen. And ladies, stop letting men try to correct. They don't know what they're talking about. That's why they try to correct you. Because it's an ego thing for them. Don't let them tell you about anything. Don't be angry. So if they're telling you, oh, you need to remember to pay the bill, pay the bill. That's nothing. But you have to work on you in the same way men do. The same identical thing that men do, you got to do it, and the man cannot do it for you. Don't be talking about, oh, I need him to make a decision. Don't be dumb. The same spirit of God that's working, if he works on himself, that's causing him to see the right thing, he'll do it for you too. You are his daughter. He's not going to treat the son any better than he treats the daughter. I mean, treat the daughter better than he treats the son. He treats them both the same. All right? So let me move real fast. Did that help? Stop blaming. Don't be mad at anyone about anything. All right? Nice? Okay. Yes, sir.
About the man following question, the answer about that one, isn't the man supposed to lead and keep the home stable? Like you said, don't let the man control.
Yeah, I'm putting it out there and saying yes to it, but nobody know what that means. No men know how to lead at all, zero.
So let's say the woman's going crazy,
Right.
trying to take the kids away.
Right.
The men, you don't want the men to do anything?
Nice question. Let's say if the man was a true leader, if he really knew what that meant, he would let the kids go. Okay, you can have them. Bye. But a weak man tried to keep the kid. Sorry. I don't want to look at anybody, but I'm talking about everybody. A weak man would, if he really truly won with the Father, he would just let him go because he would know that that's the way it's supposed to be for now.
But if the man was like what you're saying, wouldn't he try to give the kids a choice and tell them that it's wrong that the woman's trying to take the kids away. Well, you don't want to give all your feelings into the kids, but like, it's hard to describe, but isn't the father supposed to correct the family?
Yes.
So, but not spiritually, right?
Right.
Okay, so the
That's
woman can take
deep.
her own. The woman can have her own relationship with God. Same with the man. But
I
the
rest
man,
my case.
but the man can correct in physical, like ways, like what the example.
Like stay home and watch the kids, or make sure the kids
Yeah.
dress for school. Or
Yeah.
That kind of thing. But he has no business trying to correct her
Yeah,
spiritually.
I agree with that.
Nice. That's on the woman just as it is up to the man. And only God can correct the woman, the spiritual woman and the spiritual man.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard to find men like that.
Okay.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Nice. You see that? That's Jesus. All right, ladies. Everybody, work on yourself. You are responsible for you and no one else is. And I do want to put this out there, but don't go in your mind about this. Women, the right woman, only want a man for the right reason. The right woman does not want a man that can take care of her, tell her what to do, feed her, play man. A woman does not want a man for a physical reason at all. She doesn't need a man for a physical reason at all. And when a real man is a real man, he's overcome his fallen nature. A woman is naturally attracted to that, and it has nothing to do with him. Zero to do with him. So get rid of these thoughts and these feelings and what you've been taught. Forgive your mothers, forgive your fathers. Do the silent prayer so the light can come on and bring you out of here, the thoughts, and everything will start to make sense. As Lily was saying, everything makes sense. All right? So, but you got to work on you, ladies, in the same way men do. So rebuildingtheman.com/silent prayer. Rebuildingtheman.com silent prayer. Silent prayer. Right? rebuildingtheman.com/silent prayer, right? Right? Okay. And so listen, brand new biblical question. Help me, hey.
What would happen if you came out of your movie?
Amazing.
Can you repeat it?
What would happen if you came out of your movie? What? What are you thinking of me?
Oh, no, I said, can you repeat it because he didn't have the mic.
What would happen if you came out of your movie?
Oh, my answer?
Yeah.
I think I'd live in a lot more peace.
Nice. What would happen if you came out of your movie?
It's a scary thought. I think it will be so beautiful.
Okay. What would happen if you came out of your movie, Miss Hitler? What would happen if you came out of your movie?
What movie?
Your movie.
What do you mean by that?
What would happen if you came out of your movie?
Yeah, you just repeated the question.
Think about it.
Okay, I will think about
And
it.
then I'll put my 2 cents next Sunday. You'll be here next Sunday?
I guess so.
Okay. Think about it, and I'll put my little 2 cents on next Sunday. All right?
All right.
All right. Any questions?
Do you have time afterwards?
Yes. Yeah, we'll talk
It
afterwards.
sounds wrong, but I mean, it's
No,
in
no,
a pure
no.
way.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Okay, perfect.
Nice. Okay. Yes, Raymond.
I'll make it quick. What would I have? What would I have if I step out of my movie? I would realize that I'm in the moment. I'm in reality.
How do you know that?
Because there's a schism. There is a very large schism between how I feel in the in the moment, or how I feel when I saw the movie.
Okay. Amazing. I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday. Work on yourself, folks. Those who are, this is not, most people don't want this. I understand. They love their misery. They love their hell. They love their thrill. So it's not for you. It's for those who want to overcome their thrill. All right? Work on yourself. We'll do the super chats tomorrow. This is so good. I love this. I love the fellowship. I love listening to others. Women's Forum this Thursday night. Can you believe it's Thursday, the third Thursday already? Are you sure about that? Hey? Every third Thursday night for ladies only. So this Thursday, believe me, the ladies are on fire. So make sure you come and buy. Oh, do the donation. We need your support. Rebuildingtheman.com/donate. And Omi has some amazing ideas for you. We're going to present them next Sunday. You think we can do it next Sunday?
Not by next Sunday, but it'll come.
Oh, okay. We're working on it, and we got some good stuff coming up as how you can help us help others. All right? Bye, y'all. I'm way over time. Bye. Amazing. So I know I'm over time. I want to quickly do the offering, and we're out of here. Let me welcome the first-time visitor.